Lane. This is Preaching Donkey. So glad to have you with us today. You got to be very kind of rock solid in what you're trying to do, what you're saying, why you're saying it, what your ministry is all about, what God's called you to do, and you've got to be okay. And that's where something called filters and fuels come in. Now, this is really an important concept. I did not come up with this. This is something that we use at my church in almost every area of our church, and we got it from someone else. Here's what this means. The same decision that might filter one person fuels another, okay? Here's what I mean. So in our church, one of the things that we do is we place a high expectation on volunteers and staff. But when somebody wants to volunteer in our church, we don't beg them to volunteer. We don't say, oh gosh, please go work with kids. We're so desperate for volunteers. We consider it a privilege. We consider it something that you do in service to Jesus. You're giving Jesus your best. So you're not doing it for us, you're doing it for the Lord. And so we expect that you're going to do it at a very high level. And our volunteers love to serve, they love to serve together, and they love being a part of a team that's doing something to change the world and make a difference. It's pretty awesome. But one of the things that comes with that, this is just one example, we ask our volunteers to park the furthest away, along with staff. Get there the earliest, they park the furthest away. Why? Well, because we want, when people come to our church, the guests and attendees, we want them to be able to park and come in, and we don't want to have the whole parking lot filled up and them have to park in the back and come in, especially if they're a guest or a visitor. So what it does for our volunteers, every Sunday when they pull up, 3 hours before anybody else gets there, they park the furthest away. They walk across an empty parking lot to a building. That just reinforces I'm sacrificing my preferences and my comfort for the good of the mission, for the good of the vision, for the sake of the gospel, right? Now, to some people, that's a filter. What do I mean by that? It's a filter in the sense that some people say, I don't want to do that. Why would I park far away? That's stupid. I'm serving, I'm giving my time, I'm volunteering, you're not even paying me. I'm not going to park far away. So it's a filter. It kind of filters them out. They kind of opt out and say, I don't want anything to do with this place in terms of volunteering here because they're asking too much of me. Now, to other people, it's a fuel, okay? It fuels them. They say, wow, I'm a part of something awesome. I get to park far away. They even see it as a privilege. Like I'm in the inner circle. I'm doing the work of ministry with these people. I'd park a mile away if I had to, if that's what it took to provide a way for people to come and experience the love of Christ. That's the difference, right? One person is filtered, one person is fueled. And as a church, we are entirely comfortable with both. And a lot of times people self-filter. They say, this just isn't for me, I'm taking off. And other people are going to be fueled. They're going to say, wow, I really resonate with this message. I really resonate with this mission. I'm sticking around. And where people go wrong and where churches go wrong is they get to the point where they feel like, okay, we've got to be a fuel to everyone. And eventually their fuel gets so watered down and scattered that it's not really fueling anything. There's no real fire happening because everybody, and by the way, you have a bunch of people who are halfway fueled and halfway filtered, and it's like, how are you gonna move anything forward with a situation like that?